Bum, bum, bum. Loading here. The heck is going on? Hey Nick, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. I am very late, but I'm doing alright. We're doing okay. Yeah, awesome, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support, brother. Oh, baby. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Looking for $3. HGRAF presented to the Asian markets over the weekend. We could be getting some overseas volume coming in. Fantastic. Appreciate that. Appreciate the input. Bought more yesterday. Okay. Well, I guess you made a good call. We got a 13% bump today. Very nice. Very nice. Again, we were watching this support level, right? That's what I was personally watching. And we never saw the break back to the mid-triangle. Remember this? We never saw this break. We've just been trailing upward. I think it goes back to 3 Canadian right here at the trend line. I think that's what happens. Yep. Yep. Good old HGRAF. Oh yeah, NASDAQ going down. If I wasn't a piker and was able to get here about an hour ago, that put would have made a lot of money. Good things come to those who wait, my friend. It was definitely a good find, though. Outstanding. NASDAQ actually looks like it's about to break lower. A little bit of a red day. Hey, Joe Schmo, how we doing? How we doing? Getting a little bit of a red day today, which apparently happens like once a month. So this is a big deal right now. Look at SB, huh? Slow and steady. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. LEC with the drop. Fubo. Oil with the bounce. Silver still holding 44 an ounce. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at this channel. Like I said, I used to talk about it all the time. I used to say, hey, listen, not only is silver undervalued in my opinion, and it has to run and catch up with gold, but, you know, it's a good hedge in case stocks go down, silver may go up. That's why I say, I tell you all the time, just work smarter, not harder. Because not to be cocky, but shit's easy, man. Oh, it's easy. Oh, terrible. Look at this freaking chart. What a crock. What is this? Oh my god, another clean technology company? What is this? My goodness. 3%. Half a bill. We got no money here, bro. Bro, we got no money. Let's do recycling. Recycling costs more than it is worth, apparently. They make oil from the plastic. Let's polymer waste into a resource. Develops novel plastics, low grade, renewable. I don't know. It's out of Canada also. Hey, Killian, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I don't know, because these companies, in theory, well, we just came off a split. These companies, in theory, always sound so good. I mean, isn't this what do you call it? Wasn't like Origin, you remember that one? Wasn't like Origin Materials doing like the same crap? Oh no, they were making caps or something. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, looks like pre-revenue. We just seen some volume coming in. We had this split. We got no revenue. 74 grand. What? Still doing offerings. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's my cup of tea. Glad you're thinking outside the box, though. I don't know. Maybe it just needs a little bit of time. We can come back to it. Unless there's some news. CAG hit 52-week low today. All about the food. Oh my goodness, the stock's been getting destroyed. Oh my goodness. Wow, back to 2011 levels. What a crock. I mean, technically, we just broke like all these support trend lines if you drew them out because of how much we just curled down. So, I mean, this thing is what, going to drop to 12? I don't know, but it ain't looking good. This is not looking good. Also, this is like packaged food, right? Sale of processed and packaged foods. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this whole, I don't know, man. That's why I was very hesitant. I was very hesitant since Trump got in, because like we said, we're getting these random updates with RFK, and I don't know, man. I don't know. What was the other? Didn't we just look at another food company, bro? This is what I mean. You guys watch the videos? Put out a video yesterday. Looked at a bunch of requests from the Discord. Oh, good drop. And somebody mentioned, what was it, like Simple Foods or something like that. Look at that one, bro. That's what I'm saying. You guys, everybody wants to buy like the worst performing stock and try to catch the bottom and catch the bounce. Like it's not worth it. It's not worth it. As you said, has a nice dividend, reminds you of Walgreens. Think about that. Walgreens, when it was at like 30, was technically undervalued and should have bounced, right? And the stock kept slipping to what, like 9 or 11 or something before they freaking, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just buy something that's doing poorly, expecting it all to just turn around. S&P looks weak, actually. We got now 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Hey. Oh. Hey. Go for another break here. Made money at around 10. Yeah, no, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I mean, good idea, thinking outside the box. Soundhound came right up to that trend line, as expected. Said we were looking for the high 18s right there. Look at that, boom. Boom. It's 1933. See, the problem is, again, as much as I like companies like SoundHound and a lot of stocks we've been looking at, a lot of them did rally pretty hard. And even SoundHound, the way it's staying up, I mean, 7.3 billion. Again, I've spoken on multiple occasions how confident I feel about SoundHound in the long term. So, like, I get it. But also at the same time, again, I mean, we're bringing in what, 40, 50, 60 million a quarter. Like that's not 7.5 billion. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just kind of keep speaking. I guess you can call me a pessimist, but again, I'm just trying to be a realist. Because stocks can not only go up, and a lot of these companies technically are pretty overvalued. Oh, racing cars out here. QFin having a nice. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that one. Came down, had a little bounce. I don't even remember when I spoke about it, but I have a feeling it was not a good time. What happened with this one? Oh yeah, this was China, right? Yep. Yep. Yeah, it looked undervalued in the numbers, and then I saw it was a Chinese stock, so that kind of threw me for a loop. And after that, I wasn't really sure how I felt about it. But if you're in QFin, I hope it's doing well for you. I said by a month ago. Oh shit. Well, it's down. My bad. Oh man. You have a buy off Hive? No, I don't know what that is. I have no money. I don't buy anything. Oil up over 2% now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, baby. Look at that little bounce right there. Hit 571. There's these on the breaks. My sinuses. Loving that silver, loving it. What a call. Look at the NASDAQ breaking now. And the weather's throwing me for a loop too. I don't know. We got cold, now we're warm again. I have no idea what's going on. Got any crazy pills left? Let me see. Yeah, we got a couple of crazies. Because I'm a crazy boy. Silver and gold. I tried to tell him. Tried to tell all of them. I said, hey, listen. Might want to take a position in silver. Do they listen? No. Yeah, I had a put on QQQ. And of course, I missed this immediate drop. It puts up like 100% right now, actually. It was up about 200%. I don't really care. It's not really a big deal, but if this market got real, I would make so much money. Buying at 15 an ounce. Beautiful, Joe. Beautiful. Who's laughing now, huh? I thought you were crazy. Who's crazy now, huh? Uber. Hopefully we get that deal pushed through a little bit. Little Disney deal. I don't know. I feel like now Disney needs to freaking get this pushed through, man. They need Fubo. I'm seeing people posting videos. Oh, I canceled Disney Plus. Other people are posting, like Disneyland, Disney World. They're like, oh, it's a ghost town over here. So Disney's been getting a lot of backlash. Um, Oil on the up and up. Mm-hmm. Does kind of look like it wants to break lower, actually. How's SWBI doing? SWBI hits 993. I believe I said $10 should be no problem. Alright. Spoke about a pop and a tightening. I believe I said $10 should be no problem. 993 today. MBOT all over the place. Yeah, we went down. Like I said, I was looking for this break to 267. It looks like they stopped it just below $3. And we had a nice bounce right back to the moving average. 370. Sitting at 3.5. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good old MBOT. Again, originally brought to you on this channel at $1. Something like that, around there. Oh. Bum, bum, bum. Oh my god. I thought I sold the put. I did not. Oh my god. The market's be climbing now. Oh, I can't breathe. It's all about the new pennies. What's going on, bruh? Well, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. Makes me happy. BlackBerry hit 446 today. Almost a full point move. Ah. I know what I know. HGRAF for the win. Hey, thank you, Digital. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. HGRAF had a really nice bounce today. We can see up about 13%. You can see this big curl coming right here again. Damn it. It's so annoying. See that? We back up here. You can see multiple bounces here. We ended up climbing up. We have a lot of conferences going on right now. We didn't break back down. And you can see we're curling potentially right there. Back up to that trend line, which would be 3+ Canadian. Which, yeah, it's that line pretty much. So that'd be like 2.5 American on HGRAF. That would be a key level to reclaim if it's strong enough to get up there. Then if we close above it and really still have that bullish momentum, then we're probably going to break through and hit new highs. Because the line's around 2.5, kind of. We got the high here, 270. So you may start to see some action here. It's all about graphing. That's what it's all about. You gotta get digital. Digital. Enter. Into. Bum 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 bum. I don't know. I mean, even down here, maybe you can see the gap fill about 27.5. I don't know, man. Just literally had billions of dollars come into Intel stock here. We got Trump, we got Nvidia taking stakes. And it's getting pretty wild. I still like it, man. Still like it. It was speaking to me. Speaking. Nah, the puts will be alright. The puts will be alright. I say that too because, you know, you might have had, you probably had some people who may have been holding for a while, who now finally had the position turn green, so they just secured profits. It could probably slowly pull back to 27.5. Yeah, stop being so negative, bro. Up 3 o'clock, market's bouncing. Here we go. Here we go. Stocks only go up. Yeah, physical. Hey, Scotty H. Thank you, brother. Thank you for buying a chicken or whatever that is. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. And you know what's sad? I told you guys, I put out that video, like last week. I did like 20 stock update. Put out the video yesterday, right? I looked at like 7, 8 stocks you guys threw in the request channel and the Discord. Those videos got 100, 200 views. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So believe it or not, as wild as it seems, that $3 from Scott now has officially made this stream more profitable than those last 2 videos. Right? And that's what I mean. I'm trying to make everyone happy. And then, I'll get a message from someone in like Australia and they're like, oh, the time difference is messing me up. I can't watch your streams. Can you make some videos? And it's like, listen, brother, like I love you and I'm trying to help everybody, but now I'm supposed to take, 30, 40 minutes and keep making these videos and I make $1 and, the video gets 100 views. Yeah, that's what I mean. And that's why it's true, Scott. And I had a couple of people reach out and they're like, listen, I really appreciate the videos. It's more convenient for me. And then it's like, like I understand where you're coming from, but also at the same time, I'm sorry, it's just not worth it for me. It's just not worth it for me. I'm sorry to be cocky. Sorry to be selfish. If people messaging me with those requests, not to be crass and greedy about it, but, if these people were, $1 million accounts and they told me like, yeah, listen, keep making me some private videos even, and then when the stock pops, I'll send you freaking 5, 10 grand or something. If we had a situation like that, yeah, then of course, obviously, it's worth it for me to make those videos. I don't know. It just really grinds my gears because I don't necessarily want to say it's time wasted because any time spent, in our field is good time. But, I mean, it yields barely any views. And again, the whole video after days and days, it'll yield like $2 or something. What's the point? What's the point? I mean, if someone here in the stream or someone in the Discord, if we saw a trade and you took a trade and you made a couple of bucks and you sent me $5, I mean, we have literally just outperformed the last video. You know what I'm saying? So, the hell's the point? I got some of you people in here, you take some trades, you make a quick, whatever, 100, 200 bucks, you send me $3, $5, that's it. We've automatically become more profitable. It's wild. And I'm not just going to make a video every day talking about SMCI just so I get views. Pointless. Like I said, everyone thinks they're special and everyone thinks they're entitled to these specific videos. Yeah, I appreciate that, Scott. Appreciate it. And that's why, again, I put out a video talking about, whatever, 7, 8 stocks. I do a 20 stock review. Like, if those videos were getting, like, thousands of views and actually generating, again, not even trying to be greedy. Even if I did a video and whatever, I ended up making... 20 bucks or whatever from all the ad revenue. Like that's still worth it for me to take, you know what I mean? 30, 40 minutes, make a video. All right, I made whatever, 20 bucks, 30 bucks off the ad revenue. All right, fine. It was worth it. I got out what I put in. But situation like this, I mean, like I said, making videos and they get like 100 views. And then 2 weeks later, Tale as old as time, right? 2 weeks later, one or two of those stocks are probably going to pop, right? Probably. And then what's going to happen? People are going to show up and say, oh, I didn't even see you spoke about that. Oh, when did you mention that? So that's what I mean. People, they don't turn the notifications on. They're not really watching and listening to what I'm saying. And again, not all of you. The majority of people. Yeah, we got some chicken with some dipping sauce. Old dude I drink coffee with at the gas station pays his advisor $2,500 to tell him to buy Union Pacific. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Right? So that would be about $200 a month each that I would charge you guys to make $2,500, $2,800. And I'd definitely be better at it than simply telling you to buy Union Pacific. So, thank you, Clever. I appreciate that, brother. And that's why I say again, like, it's hard to put a value on it. It's hard to put a value on it. We are live. A year from now, I think you will be getting the respect you deserve. Just keep steady. Cream rise to the top. Appreciate that, Scott. It has been 3.5 years, though. So, I probably have said that to myself, a year ago, 2 years ago. But hey, I got the blinders on, head down. I'm plowing through it, baby. I am just plowing along. And like we said, if we keep a small community like this, I mean, if I don't, blow up and all of a sudden we get like 100,000 subscribers, if that doesn't happen, you know what? I don't even care, man. I really don't even care. Because at the end of the day, all of this is more for you guys, as I said. Because, I didn't have a rich uncle. I didn't have $100,000 saved up when I started the account. If someone passes away, I'm not getting any money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no money. There's nothing for me right now in the moment. And I've been doing this for years, trying to do the right thing, trying to do it differently than every other schmuck on YouTube and Instagram and Reddit. And it doesn't matter. You tell people straight up, I was a licensed financial advisor, passed one of the hardest tests in the country, actually managed millions of dollars. I used to sit in IPO meetings. People used to come in. They used to pitch us freaking MLPs. Everything you can think of, bro. And here I am again, success rate 80%, 90%. Look at something like Snap, right? We got BlackBerry up a full point. Like I said, man, silver hitting highs. Like I said, man, shit's easy, bro. Shit is easy. The problem is people don't listen. That's the problem. Looking for the community meetup. I don't know if I can meet anybody in person, honestly. Because like I said, I'm sitting here, I get upset when we have a good idea, a good play, and then no one plays it. Stuff like that pisses me off. So that's what I mean. If we did a community meetup, I don't know. I might start slapping all you guys. Slap some sense into you. Envelope full of cash. Oh, you people. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. What time is it? 3:30. I'm still holding this put like a schmuck. Like I'm expecting some sort of massive explosion in value over here. What is going on? Yeah, like I said, I got here late. It was up about 200%. I mean, it ended up working out very well. Still up right now, but it's just not the same. Yep, now it's popping, dancing around the trend line. Yep. I'm gonna just exercise your account. Yeah, I don't care. Wait, what? Ah, that's hilarious. See, that's the one good thing about having very, very little and no money. Because I went to sell the put, and they sold it for me. What confuses me, though, is that it says it filled at $77, but it's showing me $73.13. Did they just steal $2 from me? Is that what just happened? I don't know. It was only one put, right? What's that? 65 cents or whatever. It says they put in the sell. It says it was filled at 77, and then it's showing the amount 73.13. That's it. Class action lawsuit on Fidelity. I want my $2.74 or whatever the hell it was. What do you think this is, huh? That's almost 2 shares HGRAF right there. What do you think? This is a game? Huh? Yeah, it probably does have more fees. Whatever. Fuck them. Let them keep their $2. Cheap bastards. Apparently they need it more than I do. Well, whatever. It was a good call. There you go. We only pick winners. Like I told you, even when I'm wrong, I'm still right. So, that's how you know I'm the best. What time is it now? 3:30. 3:30. What's today? Tuesday. All right, let's see. I remember I was looking at like 1 or 2 names this week. Oh, we got Micron, After Hours, Air. How about tomorrow? Cintas, NUEC. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's bought some MBOT. Very nice. Very nice. Good old MBOT. Oh man, what a year this stock has had. Look at this, huh? Up, chilling, up, chilling, up, chilling. It's too damn good. That's right, Murray's nice. This one, not so much. Yeah, it's a great movie right there. It's a great movie. I like when he pulls off the road and he starts hanging out with the black guys. Can you teach me how to talk like you? He goes to the hotel. Hey, what it is, Vanilla Face? Oh, shit. That's a great character right there. What it is, Vanilla Face? Oh, look at the chair. King in the castle. King in the castle. RR. We love RR. We went up. We hit those beautiful highs, right? That's what I was saying. I was saying 6, 7, 8 should be no problem. Stock here 570. Pulled back here 470. And again, you can see this was the trend line here that we were looking for the reclaim right there. We had the big spike. Now we're technically below it. And we have about 20 minutes. It's close. I mean, it could. You want it to spike up and technically close above this line. I don't know though. I don't know. You're looking for like a 20-cent move here back to 5 plus. I don't know if that's going to happen. But I mean, you can see it was raging for what, like 2 weeks. So now, you know, we calm it down a little bit and then we bounce it back. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? I could see here maybe like very low 4s here, right? Because we came up and kind of flattened out at around 4. Then we spiked, took the next leg higher. Now we can come back, you know, take the leg back, get back to where we were, and then we can bounce higher. So, yeah, maybe like 4.25, 4.10, kind of, sort of, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, this company though is I like it because it hasn't been too inflated. I mean, about low 4s, worst case scenario. Well, I don't want to say worst case scenario, but low 4s in my opinion, and it should bounce there. It shouldn't go lower than that. But you know, again, we got a nice tech company here. I know people have been talking about it online, but it still seems, believe it or not, like it's under the radar. Market cap 700 mil. And, I mean, we're operating at losses. At least we're bringing in $1 million and change or whatever. And yes, we got the news again of the, what do you call it? The big retailer. That's when all the volume... You got right there. That's when all the volume started to come back into the stock. So that's why I still think, I do think, give it a little bit. I think it reclaims that trend line it just danced around. And I think it eventually goes even higher than that. You know, get this to a billion, 1.2 billion maybe, you know, and then it can start to drop down. People can take some profits. Yep. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I mean, it seems like that's the strategy now in the market, because everything just got exploded to the moon. So you got to try to find stocks that, again, not necessarily like struggling in free fall for the last couple of years, like CAG, but just something that pulled back, something you can get for cheaper. I was looking for a pullback on IBM. That never happened. Again, I mean, we keep pumping the NASDAQ. So even AMD, I was looking for what, like 146. Yeah, like we're just slowly delaying the inevitable. You know what I mean? But what it does is it just throws off your timing. Mm, yeah, maybe next. Well, let's say Tuesday. Yeah, okay, I could recheck some of these names. Maybe like Thursday, Friday, right? Yeah. Yeah, one thing I learned too, it's, you know, again, BlackBerry was like an interesting situation, right? Um, it dropped to like 355. Again, I was looking for the bottom half of that triangle. That's why I said, you know, ideally sub 3.5, but that never happened. Now it's whatever at 4.5. So, you know, it's rough sometimes because you want to be involved. You think you know there's urgency and you have to buy it now. Again, BlackBerry, kind of its own example because it didn't pull back, but even see it's that's why it's difficult, man. You know what? You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm not getting sucked in to what they want me to get sucked into. You understand? The tech analysis here on something like AMD shows a pullback to the 140s, and markets are way too high, and we keep going higher. So if I believe in my heart of hearts that markets are going to drop down and you can get something like AMD, even if it's for a 7% discount, it doesn't matter. I'm sticking to my guns. I am not getting sucked in to this fake BS overinflated market, which they're acting like is now the new norm, even though it's only been going on for the last couple of years. And everyone's acting like, oh yeah, this is the way it is now. No freaking no way. No, not a shot. Not a shot. Market's been around, what, 200 years? And well, not that long, but, and we're gonna, you know, we're just gonna ignore and go against everything that happened over the last century and a half just because in the last couple of years, you know, we got stimulus money and now we're all about AI. Like, get the heck out of here. Like I said, they said the same thing in 2000 and 2001. Oh, just buy a tech company, just buy Yahoo, just buy AOL stock. And then it all came crashing down. 2008, oh, just buy, the market's great, don't worry about it. Just invest into anything with mortgages, anything with real estate, you'll be fine. It's free money. And then all of a sudden, it's not. I refuse to buy into the bullshit. What's crazy is like 10, 12 years ago, whatever it was, when I like showed up at the firm and got into it, like the market had just dropped and started to rebound. The Dow was at like 7,000. Now, as you see, we're at 47,000. You know, I mean, if we really look at the growth we've seen just over the last several years, I mean, it's, you have to call BS on. You have to call bullshit. NVIDIA investing in OpenAI. Honestly, I'm surprised they took so long, man. With how hot NVIDIA's been, with how much the stock has been up over the last couple of years. I mean, look at this. With how much money they're bringing in, right? We got profit margins of what, like 50% or something stupid? Look at that, 56% last quarter. They should, I mean, they should be spreading it around. And that's why, in my opinion, like a year or two ago, we should have started hearing about them making investments into this company and that company, buying some of this company. They should be all over the place. They really should. And even potentially making some small acquisitions if they want to. But see, this is where it's dangerous as well, right? Because right now they're on the top of the mountain, right? And everyone's like telling them, like, you're in a league of your own, you're taking over the world, everyone has so much money. But the one thing I kind of the constant, really, in the business world is change. And the one thing that could really destroy a business is complacency, right? And kind of being not necessarily like stuck in this like monotonous consistency, but you know, you always have to keep expanding. You always have to keep your eyes open, your mind open, look for the next big thing, read about, try to find out what some other people are doing, what else is up and coming. Yeah, I don't know, going off on a tangent, but if it were me, I know NVIDIA, again, made billions of dollars in profit over this run, and I probably would have started looking around. That's what I mean, like, company like SoundHound, right? Shit like that. I'd be looking at companies like that, and I'd be like, you know what, here's a couple of $1 billion, that's it, now we own you, that's it. I'd be gobbling them up. That way, if anything would happen and the main core business is no longer hot to trot, at least you'd have some other things in the pipeline, right? Some other things up and coming. Oh, all of a sudden nobody wants our GPUs? Okay, no problem. We made 3 small acquisitions and, you know, we bought SoundHound. Now we're in the voice AI space, so we're just going to, you know, work on that software, start generating revenue from that then. Screw it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you give yourself more avenues, more paths to go down. I don't know. It just seems silly to me. And now, yeah, after all these years, oh yeah, we take a stake in OpenAI. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. The Intel stake is very interesting. See, that's what I mean. Something like that, personally, are the things I would do if I was in control of the finances. And again, the company all of a sudden is making money hand over fist, right? So you have billions and billions and billions flowing in. And that's what I mean. You got to start to spread it around and put it to work. You have to. And yeah, something like investing into Intel, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Because that's like the complement kind of what they're doing. I remember saying for years, man, back here, like what's Nvidia doing? Like, what are they doing with all that money? Are they gonna buy somebody? But and it just never really happened until just recently. And again, you know, we're not on the inside. I don't know. Maybe they saw something we didn't see. Maybe they were waiting to hit, you know, X number of billions before spending. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, the Intel thing was a decent call. Again, OpenAI. $100 billion. Old Skippington. Investing so that OpenAI buys more of their cards. I don't know, it seems like everyone's buying their cards, so I don't even know if it's necessary. But I find it interesting that this OpenAI company that supposedly, oh, it's non-profit, we don't want any money. You notice all of a sudden you're constantly seeing updates like, oh, this person wants hundreds of billions of dollars. This company's giving them hundreds of billions of dollars. So I'll tell you, for a non-profit situation, they're making a shit ton of profit. Maybe it's just me connecting those dots. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's me. It still looks weak. Another drop. It should be ready to go. Should be back in play. Look at how strong. Look at how stable. Again, originally brought to you on this channel here on this day at $216. Stock hits 293, still sitting at 276, still up 60 points. Do they listen? No. Literally not one person took this position. And people want to know why. Oh, Derek, what are you getting upset for? Yeah. Imagine knowing every answer, but never being asked a question. From this point on, every single video I uploaded in this time frame, right on the end screen, I would put this HII video. Just hoping and praying that even if you watched another video at the end, you'd maybe click on this one and find out about this one. And no one cared. And no one cared. And then they want to have the audacity to question me and say, oh, you always talk about, you know, FUBO and these small cap companies. You ever look at large cap companies? You ever look at bigger companies? Yeah, okay. Okay. Market cap now up to 10 billion. There's a shipbuilding company. That's what I mean. I'm bringing people so much diversification. Y'all don't realize, I'm telling you, y'all don't realize. And if I was at a firm and you all were my clients, do you have any idea how much more you'd be paying me for this information? Do you have any freaking idea? Huge drop here on the Visa, as expected. As expected. I believe I said puts on Visa and MasterCard, if memory serves correct. And again, you always see it in real time, you know. It doesn't immediately happen an hour after I call it. No, not always. But more times than not, we see it together. You watch it, you know, become reality. You watch it come to fruition. So that's why sometimes I just sit here stunned. Like, you know, I don't know like what people are buying, what people are looking for. Like, are people hearing me? Are people listening to me? Like, are you even trying to make money, or are you just like coming on and watching the green and the red and ooh numbers? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people do that. Huge thanks for the puts. Oh, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. I'm glad it's working out. Easy money right there. Look at that. Look at that. Right? It was like 345. And I remember I was talking what? I was talking like 320s, 315s, right? And you can see, look at that. Boom. Potentially losing 5, 6, 7 points a day. You'll be there in no time. That's why I say I know what I know. Yep, knowledge is power, Skiff. Knowledge is power. I think, in my opinion, again, I know what I'm doing. You know, so if you message me and you were like, oh, I got $100, what should I do? Like, yeah, I can come up with some trades for you. But also at the same time, as I used to say, you guys should really understand the why. The why. Right? Why are markets down? You know, I mentioned puts on Visa a couple of days ago. Like, you know, why is that in play? Right? Silver has been climbing. We're hitting highs. Why has it been hitting highs? That, I think, is the most important thing. I really do. It's almost like, go back to school, right? Go back to school. Think about it. If you kind of half-assed, you know, learned whatever, you know, you read about the chapter in the history book or whatever you're being tested on, right? If your teacher then gives you a multiple choice test, it's not that bad. And you technically have a 25% chance, even if you don't know anything, to potentially pick the correct answer, right? And all you got to do is go, B, D, you know, A, and there you go, boom. You can end up potentially passing the test. But now let's replace all of those answers. Instead of multiple choice, let's make you short answer the question, right? Remember when you used to run into those? Oh, you know, write out in a paragraph, explain your answer. Show, you know, your work. Explain how it happened. When you run into a test like that and you don't have knowledge, you start shitting a brick. Because you don't know anything. So you can't explain anything. And that, in my opinion, is the way you should look at this. Something like, you know, the VIX is up 5.5%. Why is it up 5.5%? Do you know why it's up 5.5% today? You know? If markets drop, what happens? If yields go up, what happens? Like, you know what I mean? When you can explain the why and the how, that, in my opinion, is actually the biggest first step. What's this? eVTOL. What? What is this? What I mean, people come at me, bro, with these crackhead stocks, bro. I can't, man. I can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. See, that's what really grinds my gears, too. It's like, I'm thinking outside of the box. Like, I know what I know. And I felt it in my bones that something like a BlackBerry was in play. And barely anyone bought it. HII, the shipping company, again, still up 60 points from when I did the video. Nobody bought it. Intel, only a handful of people bought it. And this is what's really pissing me off. The fact that I have a proven success rate hovering between 80 and 90% consistently for 3.5 years, and people still aren't listening. And on top of it, y'all are coming in here with just crackhead symbols. Can't take it anymore. I really can't take it. That's what I mean. That's why, not to be a schmuck, y'all definitely ain't paying me enough for this shit. I'm gonna tell you that much right now. Thank you, Killian. Yes, if anyone's paying attention, usually when I mention some random, quick scalp option play, I'd buy a call here, I'd consider puts on this. I just want to update everyone that Killian has basically been following all of these plays day in and day out on the stream when he comes in here, and you always see him updating. Oh, I just made 25%. Oh, I just made 55% on that trade. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't know what you people are doing, but the fact that we put in thousands of hours, we've been doing this for what, 3.5 years, and we'll do this analysis and we'll come to a conclusion, and one, maybe two of you are getting involved. Like, what the hell is the point? Again, this is for you. This is your money. I don't have 100 grand to put in BlackBerry, right? I'd already be up 30 grand. That's first of all, right? That's a fact. I'd already be up 30 grand. And that's what I mean. This is for you. This is not for me. I know what to do. I say it time and time again. You can shut off the internet. You can have freaking somebody come here, cut the power to the house. It doesn't matter. I will chisel charts into the bark of a freaking oak tree outside if I have to. I will always be able to pick winners, whether the market is up, down, or sideways. Getting so aggravated. Causing myself to choke. Snapchat. Spoke about it in the low 7s. Stock almost hit 9 today. Anybody? There's like one person who owns this. Anybody? Anybody? Talking to myself over here. Well, I'm glad you got involved, Deli. Glad you got it. That's what I mean. You, Killian, and you guys are the, some smaller guys. Again, not to call you out, but you guys are, the smaller, up and coming. You're just trying to grow the account. Like we say, base hit, one base hit at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. And that's what I mean. You took a position in Snap. You're up big. But apparently no one else did. Killian jumped into Visa puts. Up quick right away, but apparently no one else did. Like, I don't know what the heck everyone's doing. 4 o'clock, we made it. And we can pull up Micron. I know a bunch of people were looking at Micron earnings. Micron. Oh, starting to move already. Yeah, it's just laughable, bro. I mean, you know, people act like they want quick money, they want trades. Then you mention some trades, they don't listen, they didn't make the money. You know, and then other people are like, oh, I got, you know, 80 grand, I don't know where to put it. And it's like, well, you know, you could put it here, you could put it here, you could put it here. And they don't listen and then ask you about some crackhead stock. Fourth quarter revenue, 11.3 billion. 11.3. We were looking for 11.2. Nice revenue beat for Micron. Stock currently swinging up and down. Not sure what they want to do with it yet. Netted 3.2 billion. Very nice. Yeah, it should go up. Micron's a beast. Should go up. RR, I told you. Mar called it. See, again, you know, you come in here talking all this nonsense. You didn't even say hello. Right? Didn't even say hello. This kid's really coming in here telling us about RR. That's what I mean, bro. People, Johnny come latelys, they show up. You know, they think they're like finding some new channel. Oh, who's this guy? I'm going to put him in his place. Little does he know the success rate is like 87% consistently over the last 3.5 years. Right? So that's what I mean. When schmucks like this show up 3.5 days ago, you never take them seriously. I don't give a shit if he comes in here and says, oh, I spoke to this hedge fund manager, you should buy this. I don't give a crap. People pop up out of the blue. They think we just started this. And they try to pass judgment. They try to talk shit. And if he had an open mind, came in, said hello, and actually did a little bit of research about what we've spoken about on the channel, how I felt about RR, where I thought it would go, right? He would have answered his own questions, and he'd be up to speed. I passed one of the top 5 hardest tests in the country, qualifying me to manage millions of dollars for some of the most sophisticated investors in the country. The last thing I am is a rookie. You and practically every other quote-unquote content creator on this platform are the rookies. That's why you all talk about the same handful of stocks, watch the same shit, look at the same headlines, dime a dozen. MU seeing a 4.25% pop here. 1.2 billion sequential revenue growth. Gross margins 50+% we're looking for. Oh, what a night. What are they? Oh, baby. Baby, 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 baby. I gotta wet my whistle. I'm gonna grab a drink. Be right back. I remember what night. I continue, I would continue to bash Josiah and put him in his place, but sometimes you don't keep kicking a man when he's down, you know? I also laugh too because there's so many publicly traded companies. It's like you're never going to be able to keep an eye on all this crap. Like you never. That's why I laugh when people randomly come in here and they're like, "Oh, do you know what about XVT?" And it's like, yeah. You know how many companies there are? I'm supposed to keep track of all this stuff. Then they try to talk shit. Oh, I bought it a month ago. You never heard about it? It's like, yeah, there's about 50,000 symbols I'm trying to keep an eye on, so yeah, I guess I missed that one. When you mention Snap, though, they don't want to hear it. When you mention MBOT at $1, they don't want to hear it. People come in here, they want to whine about something they just bought that they saw trending on Reddit. Try to act like I don't know what I'm doing, because they got sucked in. Taylor's old as time. They don't know who's who. I'm telling you, Deli, they don't. They don't. Who was that? Nick. We got Nick making up hats and t-shirts for everybody over the next couple of months. We're going to start sending them out to people. This kid Josiah apparently definitely doesn't know who's who. Imagine like walking into his space 3.5 years late and trying to pass judgment. What's going on? Hi-oh! Hi-oh! Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Hoes all on me. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Hoes all on me. And what did I tell you? I literally said when we got the DOE news, right? The stock spiked up to what, like $4.50, $5. I kept saying that, in my opinion, is fair value. That should be the low of the low. And when people saw it at $2.70, $3, that's why I just tried to remind everybody what is on the table and what the real value is. Where's Josiah at? Speak up, brother. Josiah, I can't hear you. Josiah, we can't hear you. You're down there in the basement with Molly, you bastard. Put him in a bedroom. Put him in a bedroom. Love it. Right? And that's why I kept saying LAC. Didn't someone just ask about some other random crackhead lithium stock? And what did I say? I said, well, LAC's the front runner, right? Someone did this yesterday when I looked at the special request. It's literally in the video. Literally in the video that nobody watched, apparently. Yo, where is Josiah at, bro? Stock's up 50+% after hours. Someone tell him what a rookie does? Can someone show him what a rookie does? I mean, everybody could do this, right? Everyone's doing this, right, guys? I mean, we're literally getting to a point where it's like every day, every other day. A stock's exploding. You're getting big news about something I spoke about. What's hitting new highs. Somebody tell Josiah. Somebody tell Josiah who's who. Because he got very confused before and he thought he was talking to someone else. And literally within minutes in real time, he just got put in his place. I want all of them. I want all the haters back in here. Because what they don't understand is, they think that's how they attack someone nowadays. But what they don't understand is, I was raised like a beast. And I eat, sleep, and breathe this shit. So when you talk shit to me, it makes me stronger. Tale as old as time. Stock's down to $2, $3. Oh, what's happening? What's going on? Are we getting any news? And then when you least expect it, kaboom. And now it all comes back to the same story that everyone's going to say. Oh, I heard about it. People were talking about it. I knew I should have bought more. So now we truly know who the rookies are, right? Because we're the best in the business. You're literally talking to the best in the business right here. And I keep saying, you guys are lucky. I'm not very popular. You're lucky, celebrities and shit aren't hitting me up to manage their funds. You're lucky I don't have my own money to manage. You are lucky, you are lucky, you are lucky. And I also don't care how that sounds. Yeah, now I'm going to go get more coffee. As I was walking away, we got that exciting news. So I'm going to grab a drink, and you guys can entertain yourself. And, yeah, of course, if Josiah comes back, you just do me a favor, just let him know who's who. All right, I'll be right back. Muted? I don't even know. I think so. I think so. I think so. The hell am I here? I think so. The hell am I here? I think so. Hell am I here? Oh, what did I miss? Posting news in Discord. LT, how we doing? Lucio. Oh, baby. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I didn't even read the news. Look at this stock right now. Ah, it's crazy. Why I love trend lines. Look at that. Oh, crap. I'm good at this. Trump seeks equity stake in LAC. Okay, so if that's true, just inside of the last week or two, I've brought you two situations that I stayed on for a while, right? It wasn't just like I mentioned one of these symbols in passing. No. I spoke about Intel for a while. Trump takes a stake, apparently. I've been speaking about LAC for a while, and apparently Trump is looking to take a stake here as well. I always told you guys, I understand the way big smart money thinks, and I have been able to bring you a lot of these plays before they make their move. Uh, I don't like they want LAC to take a haircut. President Trump supports this project. He wants it to succeed and also be fair to taxpayers. But there's no such thing as free money. Oh, man. All I know is I'm just too damn good at this shit, man. That's honestly all I know. Just finished my meeting, Big Nick. Who's who? Let him know. Gotta pass out the hats. Where's Josiah at? Also wants provisions from GM to guarantee buying. Yes, because it is unbelievably, it is, you can't put a dollar amount, again, on how valuable a domestic lithium supply would be. So that provision right there is essentially Trump saying, we want in writing, you're going to guarantee to make the purchases of lithium from LAC and to actually put it to use in your vehicles. And if you're not going to make those purchases, or you're not going to need that lithium or that much lithium, you better speak up now, put that in writing, so that if for any reason we, the people, need the lithium, we can take it, we can have it. You understand? I need a Who's Who themed bottle opener. That's a good idea. Like a Who's Who bottle opener, Who's Who corkscrew. You know, pop a nice expensive bottle of wine or something every time something works out. It's not a bad idea. I mean, everyone else does, you know, t-shirts and hoodies. I mean, we could try to do that too, but you want the good stuff, right? You want like a Who's Who, like big ass ashtray, so you can buy like a $500 cigar. Even if you don't smoke, you just puff on it every time something works out, you know? Oh yeah, it's all going to be made of graphene. Absolutely. Pristine graphene. Oh. Bro, I'm so good at this, bro. I mean, just inside of the last few weeks, you had Intel, Trump takes a stake. Now you got LAC, Trump takes a stake. I have said this time and time again. I know how big smart money thinks, and I am usually able to bring it to your attention before they make their move. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of pikers watching these streams. There's a lot of pikers in the stock community, and I promise you, these people do not understand the real value that I'm bringing to the table, because they don't have enough money. I mean, BlackBerry, again, is up almost a freaking point since we looked at it. And now, yeah, we got earnings. I mean, I don't know. Their earnings the last couple of quarters have been pretty solid. But in general, I like it. And, you know, it's been slowly ticking up since I spoke about it. So, I stand by my analysis. First shares of LAC bought December 23. Well, as they say, I guess good things do come to those who wait. Yeah, Nick, again, you know, you're a younger guy. If you have a little bit of you know, funds that you're able to add to your account every week or two. I mean, yeah, if you want, it could be worth starting to build a position here in BB, even if it's in the 4s. And if it does happen to drop down, you know, then you can scoop a couple of more shares. And don't worry, Deli, it just got there. I'm telling you, it's back in play now. That's it. It's back in play. It might go right back to $10. Oh, I'm so damn good at this shit. It's scary, man. And I still say, imagine if I was blessed like these other content creators, these other schmucks, right? And I was like selling you ebooks this whole time and all this nonsense, and I built up a couple of $100,000 for myself. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Just think about it, honestly. Oh, you added in the 2s and the 3s. See? There you go. There you go. You played it right. And for a second, you made me feel bad for you, even though I should. Frickin' guy. Yeah, so your cost is probably like 3.5. And you're up 2 points. 1.5, whatever. Outstanding. Looking good, Billy Ray. That's why, like we always say, Deli, right? If you know, if we're taking a long-term position, we piece ourselves in, we take a position, you know, we come back a couple weeks, couple of months later, oh, it's down, I have more cash, the situation hasn't changed, you know what? I'll buy a couple of more shares down here, I'll lower the cost basis a little bit, and you see that all of those days, all of that patience right now, in this one announcement, in this one tiny moment, you understand that every day leading up to this point, you made the right decision. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everyone kind of jumped in LAC at a different time. You know, again, they spun it off, separating the South American, I believe, from the North American segment. So, you know, there were people who started buying as soon as the spin-off happened, who probably own shares at like $9, $10. So I don't know if people have added to it. I don't know who bought some shares 3 weeks ago, you know, and has a cost basis of like $270. Everyone's in a different boat. So when to take profits for you would be kind of hard to judge and call. Again, it's also up to you, right? Because this is a longer term play. A lot of people are holding this for the next, you know, 2-3 years, and they're going to wait for the company to start mining the lithium and selling and blah, 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 generating revenue. So some people are in it for the long haul. Again, other people, I mean, you know, if you like just bought this thing at 3 and now it's at 5, like, you know, again, I understand if you want to secure those profits. You said fair value was at least $5 a share, which is probably why the stock immediately jumped up to 5. And as you see here, even on the dips, look where it comes back to, the low 5s, the low 5s. I'm too damn good. I'm really too damn good at this shit. Because as we said here, 700 million, whatever market cap we were at, you know, we were talking about a $2.2, $2.4 billion loan or whatever. So that's why, in my opinion, it's worth at least most of that loan value, right? It should be worth at least like 1.5, $2 billion. And again, we're at $3, we're at 700 million. Which means, yeah, like $6, $7 technically is like fair value of the business, of the loan that they received. And now supposedly, yeah, frickin' Trump's looking to take a stake in the bit. That's what I mean. That's it. Boom. Now it's back in the spotlight, and everyone forgot about it, right? Everyone's like, oh, it's a long-term play. Oh, I don't have to buy it now. And boom, look at that. Now we're back up here. So this trend line that I didn't draw out, that right now, it's perfect. I didn't even draw this out. Look at this. Hold on. This is all 490. 490. Look at this. Didn't even draw out the trend line. And yet somehow we just broke up and popped. What's today? Tuesday. So this top trend line is what? 5 3/4 roughly? Look at that. And people want to know why I draw trend lines and draw so many lines. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. Right, yeah, right now, Killian, just hang out. Just hang out right now. I thought I would see LA moving by the end of 2026. Well, that's what it comes down to, right? We all know one mention, one announcement, floating the idea of selling the company, floating the idea of bringing someone in as an investor, all of these things. And we were looking at it too, again, tightening. We were looking at it tightening. And remember, I mentioned too, it looks like we were slowly stepping up. And that's why I kept saying also that, like, you know, one small announcement, one little catalyst. I think I was saying, like, if we get an update on the timeline or the construction of the facility, like, that can help pop it up into the 4s. And now, of course, we get this statement, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty. I cannot believe I have been, just in the last few weeks, now we have 2 symbols that Trump took a stake or is seeking to take a stake in. That's insane. I promise you, the average person doesn't pick them like this. I promise you. I'm going to prepare myself a little herbal refreshment. I deserve it. I deserve it. Oh, just imagine if I had money when I started the channel, huh? And I was able to put 20 grand in Rolls Royce, put 10, 20 grand in Soundhound, throw a couple of bucks in LAC, right? Just imagine if I had money in all of these names that I called perfectly. Just imagine, honestly. Like I said, it might have been the fastest self-made millionaire you've ever seen in your life. People spend 20, 30, 50 years trying to become millionaires, you know? I could have did it in the last freaking year or two, potentially, with some of the stocks we've been picking here on this channel. Absolutely insane. Oh, I'm so good. Almost 40 million shares now. I am so good at this. Welcome to my hood. I'm so fucking good. And all I do is win, 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 no matter what. All of them. All of them rap songs them gangsters are talking about. That's me, baby. Because I'm out here grinding. Money never sleeps. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Like I said, they don't see value simply because they don't have enough money. I promise you. Pikers come in here talking shit. You notice, again, you notice multi-millionaires never come in here talking shit. Right? Think about that. You've never seen someone say, "Oh, I got, or $1.2 million account. I'm down on this, I'm down on that. You don't know what you're talking about," right? Think about it honestly. Have you ever heard anyone say anything like that in the last 3.5 years? Actually, now that I think about it, we actually only really ran into a handful of pain in the asses. I think that shows how good I am as well, right? Because these other people, run into these toxic pikers like every day or anytime they make a video or anytime they go live. Ours are very few and far between. And I think it's because I'm just too damn good that you can't talk shit that often. That's what it comes down to. It all comes back to being too damn good. Yep. See, now this is a huge, nice, long-term positive announcement. So if I was a big investor here, of course, I'm personally looking for money, of course, but if I was a big investor here, if I had like hundreds of thousands invested into LAC, and I got this news today, and you were the guy who stuck with it and gave me conviction to take the position, on this news here, I would probably send me a couple of bucks. But we all think differently. Some people look at this and say, "Oh, this guy's a genius." Other people look at this and say, "Meh, meh." Cash rules everything around me. Cash rules. Kareem. It was a great call. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. It was, it definitely was. They dropped it. People didn't want to wait. Yep. Yep. We speak about that all the time, right? Oh, what's going on with this stock? Why is it down? Why isn't it moving? Oh, I thought we'd see more action. Where's the volume? Is this worth holding? And then, kaboom. I can't believe that, honestly. I really can't believe how good I am at this. And people, again, people will never really understand how good I really am. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but Intel and LAC just inside of the last few weeks. I'm sure you've already talked about it, but hard to see HG slowing down. No, it's on the way back up. You're looking at 3 Canadian. 3 Canadian next trend line, in my opinion. Was and is a good long-term play. Yeah? Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. That's why, again, when we first heard about it, yeah, they needed a couple of years to, set up the mine, get your regulations in order, and start actually mining. I understand, it was a long-term play, but what was the story, right? What was the narrative behind it? That was the value. And that's what people don't understand. And that's what I mean. That's what separates the men from the boys in this business. That's literally showing you who's who in this line of work, bro. Literally. And I know, I keep saying these lines, but it really is true. We got tensions rising overseas. China seems to be pissing Trump off. That's where we import a lot of lithium. If the shit hits the fan, we might get cut off. We need our own lithium. You understand? That was the value. That was the value. And people just didn't see it, right? And what did I always say? Try to look ahead. Try to look beyond the horizon. Try to see the writing on the wall. Look at the big picture. And you see it again in real time. Hey, DJ Khaled, how we doing? I was singing all your songs before. Because I'm out here grinding. All I do is win. Win, 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 no matter what. That's what I'm saying. They're talking now about, like, tariffs. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, they're talking now. That's what I mean. They were talking about tariffs. Canada's, pissing off America. Canada now got upset that Trump talked some shit. We're going back and forth. Let me explain something to you, okay? Even if it gets extreme, we start going at each other's throats, Canadians and Americans can probably, at the end of the day, not bullshit one another, and we can call it like it is. And what it is that we are very fortunate to have each other right next to each other. And I think a lot of people understand what I'm saying and can agree with that. So that's why we can talk about trade deficits, right? Trump comes out, and listen, we know he's a businessman, right? He says some extreme shit. We see how he's like leveraging using the tariffs and whatnot, right? So, we understand it's all about, the end game. But, coming out, he went a little too aggressive, and he's like, oh, frickin' Canada wouldn't exist without us, blah, blah, blah. So, we're going a little extreme. We're going a little extreme. But at the end of the day, again, we are very fortunate to have each other and the type of countries we are as neighbors. We are very fortunate of that. And that's why, regardless of any trades or, tariffs or any nonsense they want to talk about, I truly believe we do look at Canada as a very large 51st state, if you will. And, in my eyes, it's a compliment. It's not really, a negative. And that's why, again, when I spoke about a handful of companies in Canada that have value, right? Spoke recently about CSX, the railroad. That's an extremely valuable company. Something like that is probably always going to remain stable, in my opinion. Looking at something like BlackBerry, again, with their technology, the encryption, right? The U.S. government would always use the BlackBerry phones. They didn't migrate over to the iPhones and whatnot. There's value there. And again, something like LAC. Oh yeah, it's a Canadian company, but they're doing, the mining in Nevada. I don't know if it's a play, blah, blah, blah. The Canadian companies, for the most part, should be decent, solid investments. If you catch my drift. And that's why, again, whatever, this company, they're mining in America, they're based out of Canada. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Canada, US, we're both on the same page when it comes to this sector and this material. Interest from DOD and DOE. Could have some from Department of Transportation as well. Yeah, no, it's possible. Sent you a message on Discord. Okay, 1 second. Take profits will hold tomorrow, you think? I don't even think everyone found out about this news yet. So we have to see how it continues to trade and how it looks in the morning as well. So right now it'd be hard for me to tell you that. And again, everyone's in a different situation, so I don't know if you need the money, if you want to hold it long term. I don't know what your cost basis is, you know? So a little hard to make that call for you. Canada and USA will be fine. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I mean. So we can go back and forth, you know, we can debate and argue with each other, you know, like a couple of, you know, younger siblings and whatnot. He started it. No, it's his fault. Blah, blah, blah. You know, we're just doing a little back and forth. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the important shit, we're both on the same page. And that's why something like LAC, again, based out of Canada, but the drilling, the mines here in Nevada, right? So people weren't sure, oh, is it a Canadian company? Is it an American company? How are they going to play it? And then, boom, $2 billion loan from the DOE, right? That's what I mean. Now, both countries involved, you know what I mean? You got GM, again, Trump requesting GM guarantee those lithium buys. That's what I mean. There's value here. There's value. And, of course, there's value for both countries as well, US and Canada. Everyone's going to benefit from this situation because it is a domestic lithium supply. That's the value. Doesn't matter whose it is, where the company's headquartered. People are missing the point. But I always felt pretty bullish on LAC for the long term. Spoke about it for a while. And, yeah, it just got too much attention. You know, now we're talking about Trump taking a stake. And, again, what, it was like 6 months ago or something, right? We had the GM stake. And that's what I mean. It's like we didn't even start mining yet. And people are already, you know, making their investment and trying to get a piece of the action. Right? Think about it. Freaking 2 years before technically they were going to, you know, be mining lithium potentially. And GM's like, oh, no, we're getting a bunch of it. We're getting a bunch of it for our EVs. You know what I mean? They're raffling and buying into a mineral that has not been mined yet. Think about it. USA has the fighter jets. Canada got the syrup. That's it, baby. That's it. Everybody loves pancakes and waffles, right? So no matter where you are, you're going to need syrup. So Canada will always be in business. Still bullish on Honest. Yeah, maybe. I think so. Oh. Slight break here, technically out of the triangle. In my opinion, it looked like this ascending triangle was going to pop back into this triangle. Yeah, they've been keeping it down from tariffs and whatnot, but technically the company is still beating on the top and bottom line very consistently. And I think when we ran the numbers, I think we came up with maybe like $6 or $7 a share, in my opinion, or something. So, yeah, I mean, you know, you could drop down here to 3 1/4, but I do still like it. And even conservatively, yeah, maybe kind of back here really shouldn't be an issue. So, hopefully it can start to regain some momentum here and climb back up over the next couple of weeks. We have earnings in the first few days of November, roughly 6 weeks away. We actually have a maple syrup reserve. No, I'm not kidding about that. Of course. Of course. It's a massive export from Canada. And as we said, it is extremely popular. People love maple syrup. Started today after having it in watch list. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, well, I mean, you got blessed, right? Because we were watching it, what, in like the low fours. And you got in, whatever, 380 or whatever it was. So, you know, it all worked out right now for you. You got a little bit of a cheaper entry. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad. If I had money, I would have either already owned it. You know, again, you took a position today, 380, 390. I understand. I understand it. And I can't really argue with you about it. So, just give it a little bit of time. My opinion should be good. I can't believe this LAC, though, man. And I'm glad, too. I know a lot of people, you know, may not sell right now, but I do know there were a bunch of people in the Discord, on YouTube, who always commented, like, yeah, you know, I bought some in the retirement account. I'm tucking it away for the long term, blah, blah, blah. And this is what I mean. This is exactly the type of situation you hope to find, right? How all of a sudden everyone sees value, everyone wants a stake, everyone wants a piece. This is... right now in the moment, oh, I just hit the mic. Right now in the moment, not to jinx it, but this is exactly the type of growth, news, updates you want to see. All right, yeah. So again, you know, people asking me, oh, how do you, you know, value companies? Again, everyone's different. I try to look at a bunch of different fundamentals. I also do look at the charts, but in general, if we're talking about how to value the company. All right, first thing I look at is the market cap, right? We got a market cap of, whatever, 430 million, we'll call it. PE technically sitting here at 70. Technically could be viewed as overvalued, right? But we have to look at the growth of revenue, the stability of it, and the growth in earnings as well. EPS, as we see, has been solid the last couple of quarters. And we can see that even though the revenue is kind of up and down a little bit, we're technically growing, right? We did 93 million this time last year. Now we did 93.5 million. Net margin stepping up. It's been positive the last couple of quarters. Annually, right? We're growing nicely with the revenue. So in the charts here, in my opinion, it looks good already. Now we got to look at the numbers, right? We brought in about 378 million last year in revenue. We lost about 6 million. So 6 minus 378, we'll call it about 370 million. Okay, that's our revenue figure. And now you come over here, right? We can see we don't have much debt. 17 million. We have 72 million cash on hand. If we subtract that, that's 55 million. So if we add 55 million in cash to, you know, the yearly business of what, 370, now we're at about 425 million. So just the yearly business revenue and the cash on hand less debt is literally the value currently. And as we know, we can easily trade 1.5, 2 times, quote unquote, fair value, which would bring our market cap to 6, 7, 800 million, which would bring our stock to $6, $7, $8 a share. We have assets outweighing liabilities in both the short and the long term. Assets minus liabilities yields total equity. As we see, equity 187 million positive. So now if we add the equity to the business revenue itself, plus the cash we have on hand, fair value is roughly 600 million, in my opinion. 1.5 times that would be 900 million, which would be double this, which would be 760 roughly a share. And of course, if we went up to 1 billion, 1.2 billion, as you see, potentially tripling would bring us to $10, $11 a share. Do you understand? Which is why, as we started to break up and out and keep this bullish momentum and continue to beat earnings, the stock broke up to $9 a share and then started to get beaten up going into the new year as Trump spoke more and more about tariffs. And that was kind of like DJ Khaled was in here asking, how do I put a value on a business? So I really hope he's still in here and heard all that. If LAR moves with LAC, then it's going to pop. Then it's going to pop. But yeah, this news technically should put, yeah, in theory, you could see kind of the tide lifting all boats, because this kind of just gives more value to lithium players, lithium miners, you know what I mean? It's going to be viewed more as a necessity, as big business, as big value. So they're probably all going to see a little bump, but this is very good news for LAC, man. Yeah, no, BB's been solid. And again, since it entered my mind and I started watching it, as we saw, it was very solid, and now it's slowly been ticking upward. So it's been doing very well since came across my screen here. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I like it. Sometimes it is what it is. That's it. That's it. You know? Even something like Goodyear Tire last time, again, we found it, what, 8.5, stock broke up to 11.5, 12. You know, people at the time might have just said, oh, you like it? You know, what does that mean? I don't know if I could trust that. And it's like, yeah, sometimes it just works out that way, with the gut feeling, being in the right place at the right time. And before you know it, the stock you just bought went from friggin' 8 to 12. Oh, man, this is amazing. Man, I thought the Discord would be going nuts. Like, I don't know, you guys, I don't know. You guys are less excited than me, and I don't even have any money involved in these plays. I'm back, sorry, I did not hear response. If you did respond, oh my goodness. Well, I just broke down Honest like 10 minutes ago in the numbers. So if you want, you can go back right around 5 o'clock and just kind of relook at how I broke down the numbers there. So you can kind of have an idea of how I personally put my own value on a business. But it's really not that complicated. Yep, there is value there. Yep, yep. Like, it is what it is, you know, Nick. People, ask me, oh, HGRAF, why do you like HGRAF? Like, there's value there. That's it. End of the day. It is what it is. End of story. You know, either you believe it or you don't. That's it. GT from 8 to 12. There was value there. That's it. End of story. Freaking LAC. Whew. I mean, technically, we're at new highs, right? You can see the 52-week high was 520. Stop wishing, my friend. Stop wishing. It gets you nowhere. Remember, we pick winners here. We don't need to wish and hope or pray. I mean, it's good to do those things, but when it comes to our stocks, we don't have to do that here on this channel. HGRAF should continue to keep climbing. Yeah, you might have been in your meeting. I don't know. Here. Right? We bounced off the line. I was expecting maybe a break into the middle of this triangle, meeting up with this support. And you can see that didn't happen. We just kept bouncing off this line. And now, again, you've been, mentioning about the conferences, the presentations and whatnot, Stock's been up and up and up. So now, technically, we should go back here to above 3 Canadian, which is about above 250 American on HGRAF. Yeah, we know where it's going. It's all good in the hood. Freaking stocks up 1,000%. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so damn good at this shit. And again, I know, and it's funny, some smaller investors, you guys are so appreciative, whatever, you'll send like $3, $5, any chance you can. And of course, that means so much to me. I want you to know that. But, at the end of the day, that it's not, really true value. And that's why I say, like, the people with big money should be up so much if they listen to me. Just went back and saw it, but wanted to learn how to determine that to you. It's easy. Because you start, yeah. Yeah, I used to go over it all the time, and honestly, yeah, I forget that occasionally you get some new people coming in here who don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I'll try to break it down. I'll try to break it down for you. So just when I see you in the stream, just let me know you're in the stream, and if I look at something, I'll re-mention the numbers and the valuation to you, Khaled. I appreciate you too, Nick. But yeah, I mean, technically a financial advisor could charge 1% a year in commission to manage the portfolio. I mean, if someone in here has $1 million account, that's $10,000 a year in commissions that I should be able to get. You know what I mean? And that's why when people talk about, like, oh, you should just charge like $50 a month. It's like, like, I get it. And that's, like a good average price for the average person. But if we're talking about people with money, I mean, you should be paying me 10 grand plus a year to manage your account. And $50 at 12 months is $600. So I'm kind of getting massively screwed over on that one. MBOT's going to be fine. We know that. Well, I'm sorry, we don't know that. In my opinion, MBOT will be fine. Yeah, it's probably going to be like midday or something. We can, could definitely find it. Just post it in the Discord for everybody. I don't know. I just feel like everybody's very lackadaisical and just taking this whole community and whatnot like for granted. Some people just aren't serious. I see, you guys again. I see the same handful of you guys practically every day, which is awesome. But I don't know. I just feel like after this long, we should have like a nice big group of us. And I don't know. I feel like we got like 10 people. I agree, because the million you will manage is going to be 2 million. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And that's why it's rough. It's rough. If people message me and they're like, oh, I got like like 7,000 in an account, I can't really pay that much. Like, I understand. Yeah, that person, yeah, whatever, 50 a month. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Other people come in here, oh, I got 2.5 million and now I'm up to 4.5 million because of you. It's like, yo, can you hear what you're just saying? You know what I mean? And that's only worth 50 a month. Like, that's why it's very, very hard to put a value on it. And 100 a month is what, 1,200 for the year? That's, so 1%, that's 120 grand. So if you have 120 grand, or around there, then 100 a month is fair value. If you have like 150 grand or any amount higher, then you are getting me massively on clearance. And that's why I didn't want to keep calling them out, but that's why I kept saying, like, oh, the large, big investors that are in this community, if they really take care of me, then I'll try to take care of you and not charge a lot. But again, if people make 800 grand, 1.5 million, and then they send me like $100 and think they're doing me a favor, like we're not on the same wavelength, and we're not looking at this the same way. Yeah, but like we said, we're moving to production, commercialization, and whatnot. I think it's going to be fine over the next couple of months. 10 solid good people is way better than 1,000. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Definitely. Quality over quantity. And yeah, I don't know. I may start to charge a few bucks in the Discord. But like you smaller guys who are active, and I know pretty much all of you like send a couple of bucks when you can. So that's why, even if I start charging tomorrow, like I'll probably just move a couple of you guys over there. Like, that's why, again, it's like, I should be charging, but at the end of the day, like, I don't need everyone's money. It's hard to explain. Yep, we're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. And yeah, even like the videos on YouTube too, like all you guys are like members and stuff on the channel, and that's why like even yesterday's video, I uploaded it, and for like the first hour it was online. It was only for the members, and then it went live to the public. So, I see you guys taking care of me when and where you can, so try to take care of you when and where I can. It's all right, Khaled. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, everyone talked about VPN for years. I never had one. I never tried it. Slow and steady, Nick. Slow and steady wins the race. YouTube subscription not in your version of YouTube. Ah, interesting. Just completely cut it out, huh? Yeah, your son uses it, yeah. Oh, you tried it, didn't work? Yeah, no, it's, yeah, it wouldn't, yeah, I don't know if that would, yeah, if it's not, if a feature isn't even available in the country, yeah, I don't know if a VPN would, like, trump that and trick it. I don't think so. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it, brother. Good old Canadian YouTube. Oh, man, I am very glad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, technology's getting smarter and smarter, man. Got the Maple Leaf logo, eh? We're the YouTube Leafs, eh? Should just turn Canada into like one big maple syrup jacuzzi. Right? Because everyone complains, oh, it's so cold up in Canada. Yeah? Make one big heated maple syrup pool. Huh? Yeah, you can put your hockey rinks around it, you know? One big heated syrup pool. Telling you, tourism, shoot right through the roof. Fubo went on a run. Yeah, no, yeah, I saw Fubo running up very nicely. Yeah, look at that. On its way up to that trend line, like we were saying. Yeah, about like 490 it looks like. See that trend line cutting across those tops? Just stepping up. Stepping up. With Fubo, it's like, you know, everybody is just waiting for that announcement for the deal to go through, and then they're probably going to pop the stock. But, I mean, this is basically where it went to when we first got those prelim numbers, right? That's why the whole time it was like dropping and sitting flat. I was saying, like, just remember, the numbers came out, it was like almost at 5. Just remember, when we first got the news from Disney, the stock popped to like 6.5, right? Just remember, that's what I mean. I kept trying to remind everybody. Do like the Learning Essential videos. A couple of people wanted to join. Nah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I think I'm just going to charge people flat out. I can't. You know, if we have like a private stream or private channel for just the paying members and whatnot, if you guys want, I can, you know, explain numbers and go over it all again. And then, yeah, no, screw these people. That's what I mean. I mean, listen, very good idea. The difference is, you know, been doing this for a couple of years now. Success rate is through the roof. And, I shouldn't need to, like, reach out to people, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you want to send me $50 and I'll show you, an explanation video? Like, no. Who's Who Capital LLC? Hell yeah. The stock just went from 3 to 5. I love it. I love it. right? And like, who is it? Whatever, Nick or somebody else said before. Like, yeah, people got impatient. They sold the stock. And that's what I mean. That's what they want. That's what they want. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before someone, I'm telling you right now, man, it's only a matter of time before someone finds me and makes me an offer. Yeah, that's a great name for a fund. Definitely gonna have to trademark that. But I was born a gambling man. If I had millions, I would make you an offer. Well, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before, like, these analysts and these price target upgrades and stuff that we see from these analysts, I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before one of them finds me, hears about me, finds out about my success rate, hears the way I speak, understands my knowledge, my expertise. And they're going to reach out and they're going to say, hey, listen, we'll give you X hundreds of thousands. We want to bring you in. We want you to be an analyst. We want you to be our front man. Telling you, man, it's only a matter of time. And that's why right now, what, we're hanging out at like 7,000 subscribers. If I had like 700,000 subscribers, yeah, I'd probably be getting tapped by all of these firms saying, hey, listen, we want to bring you in. We'll give you X salary, benefits, plus commission, and we want you to manage $500 million. We want you to manage $2 billion. I can almost guarantee it's coming. And with all due respect, if it doesn't come, then they're fools, in my opinion. BlackRock, yeah. I don't know. They're kind of taking over the world, though. They got enough money. They might not need me. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. You down with LAC? Yeah, you know me. Sometimes you're just too damn good at what you do. Instead of shorting housing bonds, you buy an HGRAF. That's it, baby. Yeah, absolutely right. They need me, they don't know about me. Absolutely correct. All right, Joe, sounds good. Joe Schmo is going to be my PIC. If we started up our own fund, the thing would be going wild. Wild. Would be heavily oversubscribed. The freaking fund itself, again, just over the last year or two, would be up, who knows, 200, 300% or something like that. The returns would be unseen on Wall Street. Hey, it's Walmart. Hi, everybody. It's all about the LAC party. All about the LAC party. Oh, yeah. Another dub, right? Another dub. See, what a lot of people didn't get is every time Trump said, oh, you're going to get tired of winning, he was talking about me. He wasn't talking about the country, his administration. He was talking about me. A lot of people don't even know that. I ain't got to connect the dots, you know? Oh, I love it too, Nick. I love it too. You notice it happens quite frequently on this channel, huh? Quite frequently. And remember, you can pay any schmuck to tell you, like, oh yeah, buy calls on Palantir today, and you make a couple of bucks. And look at how the other side looks at it and manages wealth. That's what I mean. It's two separate worlds. That's why, you know, you guys want to pay whatever, 50, 100 bucks to some guy who's using freaking AI to generate trades and shit. Okay, no problem. No problem. You want to see big returns. You want to see great growth. You want to see good long-term holds, so you pay half the amount in taxes. That's what I mean. If you really want to go to the next level, I'm the guy for that job. That's what I mean. These other hobbyists and whatnot, they can keep the small accounts and the little trading money. They can keep it. Because that's not where I excel. That's not where I shine. I can do it. But it's not the end goal. I may try to make you an offer after I finish with this wedding thing. Wedding the house sucking most of my money. Okay. All good, brother. All good. Yeah, no. We're going to set up some sort of payment thing because I'm tired of not having money and being very good. Oh my goodness. Checking the DMs here, boss. Cause I'm out here grinding. I'm up for anything. Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's not about being greedy. I did it much differently than everyone else does it. I truly proved time and time again who's who can really provide value. Again, everyone else, you know, they put out some TikToks, they talk about some trades on Insta, and then it's, oh, buy my ebook, buy my course, pay me, pay me. And usually, I feel like a lot of people afterwards are like, yeah, that person wasn't that good, or, you know, I asked them a question, they didn't know the answer, I reached out for help, and they never got back to me, right? You always get some kind of messy, mixed review. And that's why, again, here we did it very different. It's all right, DJ Khaled. Don't worry about it, brother. It's all good, boys. It's all good. Like I said, you care the most, and you guys are always in here because that's what it comes down to. It comes down to how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to you know, learn about a few things, open your mind, find out about a few companies you weren't looking at, see a couple of different strategies on how to make money. The pikers will come and they will go. But as we say, you know, I see a lot of you again, like, you know, the brand names, as I call it. You guys are always talking in the Discord. You're always in here asking questions and whatnot, interacting with the chat. And you'll see, I'm telling you, that's really what it comes down to. You fast forward 1, 2, 3 years from now, and you will see. You get out what you put in. And right now, you're putting it in. That's what a lot of other people don't understand. They find a community like mine. They want to jump in the Discord, and it's just, oh yeah, just tell me what to buy, tell me what to trade, whatever. Send me an alert. And like I said, those people are missing the big picture. They're not seeing what's really here in front of them. LAC, what a call. SWBI. Yep. Well, look at this. Still hanging out. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Talking bigger and better things. BB earnings. Yep. Yep. Cause I'm out here grinding.
That's gonna take this company into the fucking
stratosphere. Oh man, good times. See, that's what I mean, Khaled. I'm not trying to call you out, right? That's why people are like, why is it down? What are they doing? What's going on? And then when you least expect it, kaboom! We know what we know. Men lie, women lie, numbers do not lie. I looked at Honest. I gave my analysis. That's it. Wow, it's 3 hours already? Damn. Let's check MU out. How's that baby doing? Up a couple of bucks. Honest is squeezing, don't worry. And stocks by the numbers I trust. Ah, good man. Yes, appreciate you. In stocks, we trust. And do you know why? It's because stocks always go up. Oh, man. I just can't believe it, man. I just can't believe it. That's right. I'm a very honest guy. Call it like we see it. Honest Abe over here. Honest numbers, they call me. This is just unbelievable. I mean, just inside of the last couple of weeks, Intel news, LAC news, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. We had MBOT breaking up, hitting highs, gets the approval, clearance, 510K clearance. I mean, HGRAF broke up and out over the last month, exploded. Now it's trending, more and more people are talking about it. I mean, I am really good. I am really good. Hey, big fella, how we doing? How we doing? Having an LAC party in here. You down with LAC? Yeah, you know me. Who cares what Powell says? What's he saying? If he didn't say they were overvalued, then I don't agree with him. Bit disappointed, HG. Yeah, you and me both. Like I said, my cost basis should have been friggin' 10 cents a share. He said overvalued. Yeah, that's what I mean. We're just, ooh, little whistle there. We're just, getting a little ahead of ourselves, you know. We had a lot of people buy into all of these AI names, so now they're overvalued. You got people piled into the quantum computing names, and you got the freaking CEOs coming out saying, hey, listen, we appreciate the attention, but, you know, we're still a couple of years away here from, you know, quantum computing. And people don't even care. They just keep buying them. True, but why would he say that? Political reasons, maybe. It all comes back to money, though. You just got to follow the money, you know. So they'll talk shit and they'll make everything drop down, and then everyone else that they know will step in and buy everything, and then they'll bring it back up and they'll talk about how awesome the country is and how great AI is. So I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. Do I think a big fish will buy honest company? Nah, it's possible. It's possible. Anything's possible. Took a trade on SPWH. Nice one. Oh. SPWH. Hey. Hey, we're slowly on the up and up here. Oh yeah, and what was the other one? Two Children's Place, right? That one, yeah, it's coming back down now, but yeah, earnings came out here about 6. Stock went up to almost 8.5 real quick. Yeah, you gotta play the moves, baby. You just gotta play the moves. Yeah, we got a couple of smart fellas in there. Oh man, I am so good. Ah. All right, so basically, every day is a great day. Every day is a great day. That's what I'm seeing here. Took a guy's recommendation on MBOT, 175. Yeah, we got Tom Lee in here. He's a smart fella. He's top 5, Tom Lee. I love it. You know, these people with their crackhead crypto stocks, and then they explode because they get trending on Reddit, and they're like, "Oh, see, I'm a financial genius." It's like, bro, let's be serious. Let's be serious now. SMCI looking attractive. Of course it is. Of course it is. And do you know why? Do you know why? It's because they said they're looking for at least 33 billion in revenue next year, and the market cap's 28 billion. That's why it looks good, in my opinion. Eladon? What the hell is that? Abolish crypto? Oh, yeah. D. D, you. You're good, you. You're good. People love crypto, though. I don't know what that is. People ask me about this crap. It's not something with like furries, is it, or something? Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's very cloudy now. I have a freaking headache coming on. I don't know. It's something with like the barometric pressure and shit. Like every time the clouds roll in, all the moisture, like the heaviness in the air, it just starts weighing on my head, my sinuses. It's actually very annoying because it's like every couple of days you'll just randomly feel like shit because it's raining. It's okay. I mean, it's cloudy, but there is a chance of meatballs. Nah, I don't want tea. Freaking tea. Yeah. You mean you take your maple syrup with tea? I don't like either one of those. I am not a fan of pharmaceuticals in the moment. Not really a big fan. Yeah. Yeah, well, Oscar was doing all right. They're not pharmaceutical though. Remember, a healthcare stock is not a pharmaceutical stock. And it's actually a nice, cool temperature out. It's just the whole sky's gray now. So we about to start storming. Whatever you say, buddy, you ask me a question, I gave you my answer. The rest is up to you. Alright, Deli, thanks for hanging out, brother. Enjoy your meal. Have a good evening. Probably gonna wrap it up in a minute anyway. I just wanted to keep an eye on LAC. As we see, it's been tightening. Came down to the low fives here and bounced up. It's been holding 5. Looking good. Well, I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, you know, there were a couple in there. Even what, the other HG symbol? These people, Hamilton Insurance. Yeah. I mean, this is actually tightening up. This might be ready to pop higher. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like certain insurance companies, this HG has been doing pretty well. Oscar, I know people were worried. We spiked back up to 20, 17. We're hanging out. But 4 billion market cap, right? We're growing nicely with the revenue, consistently growing with the business. So yeah, some of those stocks are good, but the pharmaceuticals, like you said, the big names, the Novos, Eli Lilly, even like Pfizer, I don't know if I'd really jump in those. I was looking at Avondale a while back that no one listened to. I said I'd be buying this in the low 6s if possible. And as you see, we're up here now. So something like this is interesting just because it's a smaller company. I don't think it's in like the RFK crosshair. Revenue nice, and they do like a narcolepsy drug or something, right? So that's what I mean. Something like that, in my opinion, not really a target, right? So in my eyes, in this market, with this administration, if you're going to look at pharmaceutical companies, you really got to pick your spots. Welfare state saves me. Oh, yeah. Where JP Morgan team from you? Yeah, hey. JP Morgan, I don't know. They're hiring pikers over there. I don't know. Novo Nordisk funding most of our military in Denmark. Damn. I don't know. Like I said, if you feel comfortable, you can go for it. In my opinion, that's how I'd play pharmaceuticals. That's just me. But it's been over 3 hours. It's 6 o'clock. My time, anyway. Almost dinner time. And now it's going to start raining. My head hurts. So that's it. I'm going to end it here. But I want to thank everybody for your time. I want to thank you for stopping by, hanging out, showing your support. Always means a lot to me. Always love spending time with you guys. And of course, we had another great finish to a day with the phenomenal pop in LAC after hours. It is 6 p.m. Yes. Follow you like the apologies. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support. Always fun hanging out. And we'll talk to you in the Discord. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.